News.
Now, Eastern Carolina's Weather Authority with Advanced Viper. Always on. The power to predict, the power to protect.
The heat returns to Eastern Carolina about the middle of the week with temperatures reaching 90 or higher and continued dry as well.
New at 6 on WITN.
We're seeing crowning and torching of the trees and long-range spotting of firebrands.
Inside the efforts to contain this massive blaze here in Hyde County. I'll have a story coming up.
Pitt County commissioners meet with the city manager to hammer out how more money can go to schools.
We put out the forecast well ahead of time and let you know if there's anything brewing out there.
Hurricane season is here, and I talked to residents out here on the coast about how they prepare when bad weather comes their way. I'm Ken Hynek, and I'll have the story coming up.
Now, from Eastern Carolina's Weather Authority, WITN News at 6.
A huge wildfire continues to burn in Eastern Carolina today, sparked by lightning Sunday afternoon.
It's already consumed 1,700 acres of big forest land in Hyde County near the community of Onslow. Forest officials say they expect it to burn for weeks to come. Audrey Washington is live in Hyde County with more. Audrey.
That's right, Christine. I'm standing about a quarter of a mile away from this massive wildfire that, as you can see, just continues to burn with no real end in sight. Monday afternoon, and the Carolina blue sky is virtually transformed by thick brown smoke rising above a massive forest fire burning here in Hyde County.
Yeah, I'm a little concerned.
Randy Hubers lives just steps away from the heart of the 900-acre wildfire that began burning Sunday afternoon.
If ash and sparks blow in the field, this ground burns, and that would be a major problem as far as the cotton crop goes.
Forest officials say the fire was sparked by lightning, and it was that lightning combined with dry heat that made for the massive blaze.
We're seeing crowning and torching of the trees and long-range spotting of firebrands.
District Forester Ed Christopher says crews are moving water to the area to maintain perimeters and control, but admits the high winds create a significant battle.
And the difficulty with extinguishing this fire, containing it at this time, is because the winds keep shifting. The winds have shifted on us 360 degrees.
So when will the fire be out? Well, estimates range from 2 weeks to 2 months.
I don't expect to put out this fire for a couple weeks.
There's ground fire in there. That fire will be burning all summer long.
And that's the major concern. Officials have dumped gallons upon gallons of water on this fire, and as you can see, it just continues to burn. Live in Hyde County, I'm Audrey Washington for WITN News. Dave and Christine, back over to you.
All right, Audrey, thanks. A landfill fire in Onslow County that started early Friday morning is now contained.
Forest Ranger Ricky Atkins says the rain on Sunday helped put out the flames. The fire was at the Morton Trucking Company, the private dump on Highway 17 North. Authorities say wood, tree limbs and vegetation dumped at the site over the past 20 years were on fire. The fire itself was also burning underground.
And while the weather helped there, the winds have been fanning the flames in that Hyde County fire.
Chief Meteorologist Marvin Doherty joins us now with a look at the conditions the firefighters are dealing with. Marvin?
Well, thanks a lot, Dave. Today, certainly they did have those shifting winds from west over to a northerly direction, but our Tuesday forecast, we're going to look at a fairly decent forecast as far as the winds are concerned. They're going to be moving around to the east, it looks like, tomorrow at around 10 miles per hour. Sunny skies and temperatures will be warm. We're talking middle 80s, and that is around the Ponzer area, which is over near the fire area in the north and western sections of Hyde County. So we'll continue to monitor that situation, but certainly the winds should not be a major factor tomorrow afternoon, but the heat and the dry conditions could. Now, nothing on the radar tonight. We're all clear. We are looking at generally clear skies, just some scattered clouds in western North Carolina, a couple of showers in southern South Carolina, but they're not coming this way. Be fairly quiet. Now, as far as tomorrow's forecast is concerned, we'll have high pressure gradually shifting offshore the Carolina coastline. And again, that frontal system staying around the Great Lakes area. We're going to be warm and dry in here much of the week. In fact, by the end of the week, we're talking about a surge of heat working our way that could easily take temperatures into the lower 90s for afternoon highs by either Wednesday or Thursday. And once it gets there, it's going to stay hot through much of the rest of the week. In fact, tomorrow afternoon's highs generally in the upper 80s away from the coastline, so get ready for the heat. I'll have more details on that forecast coming up in just a few moments. Christina, Dave.
All right, summer-like weather definitely here. Thanks, Marvin. A couple of people are said to be injured after a plane made a hard landing at Pitt Greenville Airport.
It happened this afternoon around 4 o'clock. Now, details are few right now, but we do know it was a private plane, and a couple of people on board were taken to Pitt County Memorial Hospital. We will, of course, keep you updated as we get new information.
Many school districts across eastern Carolina are struggling to come up with more money to fund their schools.
That includes Pitt County. Today, the school district found out how much the commissioners plan on providing.
And as Christina Vitale tells us, some educators are not satisfied.
Pitt County schools are allocated about $34 million a year from the county government. For the upcoming fiscal year, they are requesting an additional $3.5 million. But the county manager and commissioners are proposing to fund the schools with about $1.5 million. That includes a new announcement of about an $88,000 increase.
It goes about as far as we possibly can. The school board has asked for about $3.5 million new dollars. And that was for a lot of costs that, quite frankly, I've been a leading critic as to where they have actually spent some of their monies.
But Tracy Jackson, a teacher and a mother of 3, says even if it means raising taxes, she would like to see the school system get the money it is requesting.
As a parent and an educator, I just would like to see the funds going to increase positions in the school systems, and, you know, relative to the amount of taxes they'd have to increase, I can't, you know, it's worth the price, it's worth the money.
Jackson worries that her child's education could be affected.
I'd like to know that the funds are there to provide the teaching positions to adequately educate my child.
But for now, the amount that will be allocated is still up for debate until county commissioners approve the budget. In Pitt County, Christina Vitale, WITN News.
The county manager says the money given to the schools is used for anything from insurance, maintenance, and upkeep. The public is invited to the commission meeting on June 12th at 7.
And some people are suggesting the commissioners raise taxes to provide the extra funds. We're asking if you support that idea. You can head to WITNTV.com and vote in our online poll. We'll have the results for you tonight at 11 o'clock.
New Bern residents will be paying a little more for their electric bills next month.
City leaders say a rate hike of 11% is expected in July. For the average homeowner, that's about $17 more a month based on a $160 monthly bill. City leaders say it's simply costing more to supply power to residents. Also, the construction of new subdivisions here call for the city to pay upfront costs associated with providing electricity to those residents.
It's awful because we not getting any. It look like it's getting worse instead of getting better. So we really have to depend on the master because he'll see us through.
Weatherization programs are offered by the Utilities Office in New Bern to help save some money on your bill. New Bern residents aren't the only ones facing the possibility of higher costs from their government. Kinston residents will have a chance tonight to sound off on a proposed property tax hike. Originally, city officials proposed a 6-cent hike per $100 of assessed value, but some council members want a 10-cent hike. If your home has a tax value of $100,000, a 10-cent hike would raise taxes by $100 a year. A 6-cent hike would see a $60 a year increase. The meeting starts tonight at 7 o'clock. We'll have much more on the story for you tonight at 11 o'clock. A man accused of murdering his boyfriend entered a guilty plea in court today.
41-year-old Troy Donahue McLean of Marshall Lane in Beaufort and Carteret County, was charged with the murder of 44-year-old Alexander Harkley back in February. Authorities say they found Harkley stabbed to death outside his home. Detectives say McLean discovered another man at Harkley's home. He left and returned with a knife and then stabbed him to death. McLean was sentenced to a minimum of 23 years and a maximum of 23 years in prison. A bizarre robbery over the weekend lands a man in jail. Jacksonville police say Jacksonville resident Melvin Wells went into the Walgreens store on Western Boulevard. Police say he shoplifted a hammer in the store and used it to try to pry open a safe containing narcotics. The 38-year-old Wells was caught by police after a brief foot chase that led them to Sandy Run Apartments. Wells is in the Onslow County Jail on a $25,000 bond. He has been charged with robbery with a dangerous weapon.
LaGrange police chief is back on the job today. Town manager John Kraft confirms that Chief John Sullivan came back to work this morning. Last week, the longtime chief was given a 3-day suspension, which ended Thursday. Sullivan had Friday as a planned vacation day. Kraft would only say Sullivan was suspended for personnel matters. He's been a LaGrange's top cop for the past 14 years. Well, hurricane season is officially underway. It started Sunday, and it looks like we could face a rough season ahead. We'll see what else national weather experts have to say.
First, a preview of NBC Nightly News at 6:30.
Coming up here tonight, Ted Kennedy has emerged from brain surgery. Risky procedure. He was awake the whole time. We'll have his prognosis on Nightly News tonight.
Away from your TV, hear WITN News at 6 on the new Talk FM 94.3, Magic 95.9, the music lovers station in Plymouth, or WECU 1570 AM, contemporary gospel in Greenville.
They call and check on you and everything.
He called me and woke me up. Yeah. Oh, sorry, Kelly. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Follow me, everyone. Check this out. New 2X Ultra Tide is 2 times concentrated with twice the stain fighting power in every drop. It removes way more stains better than the other guy. So it's not just clean, it's ultra clean. Next, let's clean the napkins.
Blazing fast Roadrunner high-speed online is now even faster. 40% faster. Now even faster than DSL. Thanks to the advanced fiber network from Time Warner Cable, it's faster and better than it was before. For the same great price, blazing fast gets even faster.
With increased speeds up to 10 megabits per second, get the speed you need. Get Roadrunner with packages starting as low as $14.95 per month for 12 months. Call today.
Time Warner Cable.
The power of you.
Let's go, Itchy. Action.
They told me to be more animated with my delivery, so here goes. Come in today for Furniture Fair's 55th Memorial Day sale. During this event, you pay no interest till January 2011. You ain't got to pay no down payment, and there's no minimum purchase.
Itchy, be careful.
That's right, no down payment, no minimum purchase, and no interest till 2011.
Itchy, slow down.
So come on down to Furniture Fair for our 55th anniversary Memorial Day sale. I probably ought to tone it down a little.
You think?
This sale has been held over till June 3rd at 8 p.m.
I smell barbecue.
Introducing the ultimate driving machine from the ultimate state-of-the-art BMW dealership. The grand opening of the all-new Sale BMW in Kinston. Eastern Carolina's only BMW store is celebrating their grand opening with great savings on extra shipments of new BMWs, including hard-to-find models. The all-new BMW 1 Series from $29,375. The ultimate deal on the ultimate driving machine from the ultimate BMW facility. Sale BMW, Highway 70 West, Kinston.
It seems like much of Eastern Carolina has dodged a bullet for the past several years when it comes to tropical weather.
Yesterday was the start of the 2008 hurricane season, and Ken Hynek spoke with some coastal residents to see how they prepare. He is live in our New Bern Bureau with more. Ken.
Christine, national weather experts tell me that it could be a rough season ahead, but some residents tell me they're ready for anything after storms like Hurricane Isabel rip through their towns. Bill Nethercutt spent his Monday morning cutting his grass. He's lived down the street from the Neuse River in Adams Creek for 17 years, an area that was devastated by Hurricane Isabel 5 years ago.
After the water receded, we came down here and it just looked like a war zone. I mean, there was stuff floating around in the yards, and like I say, the water was 2 feet deep in this yard.
A scene he and his family don't want to revisit. But much like in 2003, Nethercutt says if disaster struck, they'd all head over to their church to take cover.
And if it looks like it's going to be a bad storm, you know, coming ashore 80 to 100 miles an hour, we normally pack up, button down the house, and we leave.
Officials with the National Weather Service in Newport say they expect a greater than normal hurricane season, with about 12 to 16 tropical storms or hurricanes forming.
Normal for us is going to be tropical storms, 11 tropical storms during the year, 6 hurricanes, 2 of which would be major.
But the only major concern for Bandy and his colleagues at the National Weather Service is that residents receive enough warning to get themselves out of harm's way.
Keep a close eye on it because even just one storm can affect this area.
Now, the first named storm, Tropical Storm Arthur, is currently off the Caribbean coast and arrived just days before the start of the hurricane season. Christine, Dave?
All right, that's our Ken Heineck live tonight from our New Bern Bureau. Well, another successful year for our 23rd annual Children's Miracle Network broadcast this weekend, and it was all thanks to your generosity.
The two-day broadcast benefiting the Children's Hospital raised $1,414,624. The money came from your phone pledges and corporate donations. All of the money raised stays right here in Eastern Carolina. And also, as you can see, the new design for Children's Hospital was unveiled live on WITN with plans for groundbreaking by 2011. We just want to thank all of you who called in or raised money throughout the year to help the University Health Systems of Eastern Carolina's Children's Hospital. Another great year yesterday. We always have fun doing that and looking forward already to next year.
Definitely. It was just great to see, the people of Eastern Carolina give. It really was. So
especially with gas prices and all of that. But
I know.
Everything was actually up this year, so that's
great. It was a great year, yeah. Considering everything with that, you're right. Just a wonderful time. It was a great effort on the part of everyone, I think, and it worked out really nicely. And our weather cooperated real nicely with us again today across Eastern Carolina. Had those warm temperatures, dry air. Some areas could use some rain, but don't look for too much of it anytime soon. High today at 85, early morning low 67. And our sunset now at 8:19 in the afternoon, sunrise 5:54 in the morning. Coming up next, your advanced Vipercast.
I'm Elizabeth Dole, and I approved this message.
The politicians talk and talk about illegal immigration. Senator Dole actually did something about it.
She wanted to meet with sheriffs, and she did.
Went all over North Carolina.
Beaufort.
Rayford.
Greensboro. Hendersonville.
Lexington.
Mocksville. Salisbury.
Most of us didn't have tools to identify and apprehend the illegal immigrants who were repeatedly committing crimes.
The ones who are tough, hardened criminals.
So Senator Dole works out a solution.
A statewide partnership between federal officials and North Carolina sheriffs.
To give us access to the federal tools to identify, apprehend,
and deport these repeat criminals.
It was the first statewide program like this in the nation.
She is one tough lady.
With major league clout.
I'm sure glad she's from North Carolina.
My new national plan from Suncom saved me so much, I was able to fix our car up right with a hot tub. This four-wheeled Shangri-La is possible because I'm getting 1,000 nationwide minutes.
How you doing, Stu?
Free nights and weekends, and mobile to mobile. All for only $29.99. Now I'm just doing some yard work right now. It helps us lead a very groovy life.
For a limited time, enjoy this coast-to-coast plan with more than double the minutes of any other national provider. Suncom. Worryless wireless.
Tired of high energy bills? Replacing your cooling system can help. Wilson Roads professional workers are factory trained to replace worn out units and service all brands. If your unit is not producing cold air, call Wilson Roads to stay cool this summer. Wilson Roads Mechanical Contractors, cooling you and Eastern North Carolina since 1961.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes. Wilson Roads Mechanical Contractors has been serving Eastern North Carolina for more than 2 generations. Give us a chance to earn your business. Call us for a free estimate today.
From Eastern Carolina's Weather Authority, Advanced Viper and live Doppler radar, always on. Now, Chief Meteorologist Marvin Doherty.
Well, my goodness, we had a busy day yesterday with some severe weather, and this was over in the Snug Harbor area, Perquimans County. And Becky wrote this in, or sent this in, and a tree blew down in her yard yesterday afternoon. At least got uprooted a bit. So we did have some. Look at this one, though, will you? Arlene Matthews of Allander. This was yesterday afternoon in Allander. Believe it or not, it actually looks like a tornado. Now, there were no tornado warnings issued yesterday, but wow, from a distance there, it actually looks like one was coming down. In the meanwhile, Ryan and Zach Gorskowski of Mans Harbor, and said the colony, the Lost Colony, cast members of the Lost Colony and them, they sent this beautiful picture in. I think it's from the back of the Lost Colony there, Roanoke Island, along the Outer Banks. So a gorgeous shot, a late afternoon there, I'm sure. And of course, you can send your photos. Go to WITNTV.com and then check out Carolina Camera to be on the left-hand side as you scroll down there, and you can upload your photos, send it right here to WITN, and we'll pick it up and put it on there. on the TV. In the meantime, tonight we're looking at generally dry conditions and no rainfall to worry about this evening, and temperatures are nice, a little cool right along the immediate beaches. You're noticing 70 at Manteo, 71 Cape Hatteras, 75 Morehead City, Atlantic Beach, but we warm it up back inland, 81 Washington and 82 around the lower 80s in most areas inland, 84 Kinston and Kenansville, and also in Jacksonville. High pressure across the area will give us some light winds tonight, generally clear skies and a mild evening, and then we're really going to begin to warm it up. No major frontal systems headed our way this week. Most of the energy is going to stay across the Great Lakes into New England along with those frontal systems. That means that's where most of the shower activity should be. So for us tomorrow, high pressure moves offshore and our winds will gradually start turning back around to the south, and by Wednesday, southwest. But for tomorrow afternoon, light winds out of the southeast, it looks like, and temperatures well into the 80s with plentiful sunshine. So clear skies and mild for the evening. Light winds out of the east 2 to 5. Temperatures will range lower 60s inland, closer to the middle 60s right along the immediate coastal sections. Regardless of how you slice it, it will be nice out there. And tomorrow afternoon, we're looking at temperatures generally in the middle to upper 80s around Windsor, Ahoskie area, Williamston, Edenton. Easterly winds light at 4 to 8. As we head a little farther south around the Washington, Greenville area, Kenansville, we're looking at upper 80s for those afternoon highs, and winds will be light out of the east again, probably less than 10 miles per hour. On the beaches, easterly winds 10 to 15 tomorrow, the Outer Banks area around the upper 70s to near 80. And then we go to the low to mid 80s around Columbia, Englehart area, and back around Ponzer, where that fire has been for the last couple of days. And Crystal Coast around Ocracoke and the area around Morehead City, Atlantic Beach, Beaufort around 80 degrees, upper 80s around Jacksonville, Camp Lejeune, and the Oriental Bayboro area. The beaches, easterly winds 5 to 15. Our seas at 2 to 4 feet near shore along the Albemarle and Pamlico Sounds, 1 foot. High tide to be at 7:51 in the morning, and the next low tide around 2 a.m. Extended forecast, increasingly hot weather this week. We're talking low 90s at the end of the week. Slightest chance of a storm or two later around late Wednesday or Thursday, but really most of the week dry and very hot. That'll extend right through the upcoming weekend. Christine and Dave.
Marvin, thanks. Sports Director Billy Weaver is up next with a look at 3 area teams that have reached the pinnacle of their sport.
Plus, we'll hear what Drew Steele and ECU head football coach Skip Holtz have to say about another successful year of raising money for Pitt County special populations. Sports is next.
Listen for updated forecasts from WITN on Thunder Country 96.3 and 103.7, or on Cool 94.1 and the new Talk FM 94.3.
I mean, sure, I help people save money on car insurance, but few folks know that I support wildlife conservation too. You going to eat all those? Well, you are, aren't you? You're just going to go to town. All right, well, I'll make this quick. I'm teaming up with the Association of Zoos and Aquariums. I'm going to be making the rounds to get the word out. Are those clams? I love clams. Do you want to offer me any? Apparently not.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Start your next meal off right with a freshly prepared bucket of everyone's favorite chicken from KFC. Stop by tonight and pick up 10 juicy pieces for only $10.99. Only at KFC. Introducing the Colonel's Craven Filet Sandwich. It's a white meat breast filet prepared fresh. So you get the taste of 11 herbs and spices, only now they're on a bun. Pair one up with our new Colonel's chips and a drink. Only at KFC.
Don't you love a great deal? Bundle your services with SuddenLink. Order now and get your 3rd service for only $20. Great cable programming, the fastest internet speeds in the area, unlimited local and long distance for one low price. Bundle all 3 and get your 3rd for just $20. Save a bundle. Call today.
I'm 48 years old. I make $62,000 a year. I have no hang-ups with spending it. I love to golf. However, some people hang up on me.
More than 1 million North Carolinians with hearing and speech impairments need to make calls every day. If you receive a call from a relay operator, please do not hang up. Relay, North Carolina. Connect, communicate. Relay, dial 711. Services available in Spanish.
Well, the third annual Drew Steele Skip Holtz Golf Classic got underway last night at Greenville's Convention Center, and with a dinner and auction featuring live entertainment and visit from legendary college football coach Lou Holtz. This morning, the golf tournament got underway at Ironwood and Greenville Country Clubs, and Drew Steele was on the driving range bright and early. Now, the WITN team of Chris Mossman, Mike Riddle, Brian Meador, and yours truly could have used Drew, but I have to say the game is really starting to come around for the Peacock gang. What do you like? You think that's good? Peacock gang? I just came up with that. We shot a team score of 61, but according to Drew, the event was won before it ever even got underway.
On the way. No pressure, no pressure, Coach. But now you got to win.
I've been called out right here. Drew already announced the winner. But you know, I mean, just again, so many the gold sponsors, the businesses in the area, so many of the media outlets that have just embraced this cause, and for us to be able to raise the amount of money that we've raised in 3 years has been special. And the real winners in this whole thing are the special needs children in the Pitt County area.
Now, Drew certainly called his shot in this one. Skip's team won the morning flight at Ironwood, shooting a 55 in the Super Bowl format. More than 90 teams participated in this year's event. Well, the Mount Olive Trojans captured their first ever national championship in any sport with a 6-2 victory over Ouachita Baptist in the championship game of the NCAA Division II Baseball National Finals on Saturday. The Trojans finished the season with a very impressive 58-6 record, including a perfect 4-0 mark in its first appearance in the national finals. The Trojans won 24 of their final 26 games. There's a championship celebration going on right now at Scarborough Field on the campus of Mount Olive. WITN has a crew on hand, and we'll have that for you coming up tonight at 11 o'clock. Now, the Rose High School baseball team is still on cloud 9 following a 4-3 victory over Ardrey Kell Saturday to claim the school's 5th state title since 1997. It's the 6th state championship for Rose head coach Ronald Vincent. The Rampants swept Ardrey Kell in the series and reeled off 13 consecutive wins to close out the season, finishing with a 28-3 record. Pitt County teams made it 2 for 2 in state title games as the South Central softball team claimed its first ever state title, beating Southwestern Randolph 3-0. Andrea Britt had 2 hits and drove in 2 runs, and route to being named the most valuable player of the tournament. Caitlin Wainwright was the winning pitcher for South Central, holding Southwestern Randolph to just 1 hit and striking out 7 in the shutout victory. South Central finishing 25-2 on the season. The ECU baseball team, however, ended their season with a 24-11 loss to Coastal Carolina yesterday in the NCAA Regionals, and Game 5 of the Stanley Cup Final set for tonight. 8 o'clock, the Wings lead the Penguins 3-1. You guys, I know, are Pittsburgh natives.
It's not looking good.
Penguins have to win tonight to stave off elimination. No ifs, ands, or buts. Highlights at 11.
All right. Thanks, Billy. And Chief Meteorologist Marvin Doherty has a final check of your advanced Vipercast coming up.
First, a preview of WITN News at sunrise.
Good evening. Coming up tomorrow on WITN News at sunrise, we'll be checking in with the Red Cross to see how the blood inventory is right now, and an update on the WITN blood drive we recently had. Also, Jeff Charles, the voice of the Pirates, will join us live at the studio.
And Heather, looking at a pretty good day for our Tuesday, but Wednesday, the air temperatures will really start to climb again. I'll have all the details with your complete advanced Vipercast.
So make us your first thing in the morning tomorrow at 5 a.m.
Arby's is saving the world from ordinary fast food with our 99-cent barbecue deal. We pledge to bring back a great classic at a great 99-cent price. We pledge to smother thinly sliced oven-roasted beef with Arby's tangy barbecue sauce and make barbecue the flavor that says summer. We pledge to brand your taste buds with a tangy sauce that has bite at a 99-cent price that won't take a bite out of your wallet. At 99 cents with a purchase of a medium drink, it'll have you saying, "I'm thinking Arby's."
Sale Auto Mall, Eastern Carolina's largest volume dealer, featuring new Chevrolets, Pontiacs, Buicks, Cadillacs, GMCs, Kias, BMWs, and the Carolina's most professional and caring staff.
Hello, I'm Dale Melvin. I am Sale Auto Mall. How may I help you?
My name is Steve Harper, and I am Sale Auto Mall. How may I help you?
Come see for yourself. Experience our award-winning customer service today. I am Sale Auto Mall, home of quality, convenient sales and service.
Uh-oh, there's been an accident. Better call Dr. Shelsky.
Hi, I'm Dr. Shelsky.
What you just saw may be funny, but auto injuries are serious and may take weeks or even months to appear. Before you settle, call Shilsky Chiropractic today.
If you've been injured in a wreck, call Shilsky Chiropractic. They're the best for neck and back pain. Everyone knows Shilsky Chiropractic is the place to go.
Some say cockroaches would be the only ones to survive if the world came to an end. We beg to differ. One thing tougher than a cockroach is the Terminix promise of ultimate protection. Call today to schedule your free pest evaluation. Terminix, power over pests.
Firefighters remain at Universal Studios watching for any flare-ups from yesterday's huge fire that at one point was as wide as 2 city blocks.
Now officials are focusing on how that fire started and why firefighters didn't have adequate water pressure to fight the flames. Tonight on WITN News at 11, we'll have the latest on the fire that damaged or destroyed several historic Hollywood sets. You and Billy are having too much fun right now.
We are. You got to have some fun, right?
I like it. We're all warmed up from the CMN. And speaking of warm-ups.
Yeah, some hot weather on the way. Let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Marvin Doherty.
That's right, Dave. It's going to get hot in here later in the week. Certainly nothing going on as far as any rainfall for the next day or so. All is quiet out there. Certainly that's true this evening. Not seeing much in the way of any shower activity. Our temperatures out there are so very pleasant. 79 now in Washington, 83 New Bern, 82 in the Greenville area. Just a few scattered clouds in the western part of the state. In the east, generally clear conditions. That'll be true overnight. Lows will range somewhere into the 60-degree range, around 60 or low 60s, and the heat will build this week. We'll be in the lower 90s from Wednesday right on into the upcoming weekend. Only a slight chance of a storm each day. Christina, Dave.
Marvin, thanks, and thank you so much for joining us tonight.
NBC Nightly News is next. We'll see you back here tonight at 11 o'clock.